Hello students. Today we'll be discussing a new topic and the topic is sentence and its types. Sentence and its types. First of all, we need to understand what is a sentence. A sentence is a word, it can be a single word or it can be a group of words which gives complete meaning, which gives a full sense or a full meaning. That is called a sentence. It is not compulsory that the sentence must have more than one words, or it must have a group of words. Even one word can also be a sentence. So sentence is a word or a group of words that gives a complete meaning. That is called a sentence. Okay students, now these sentences are of different types, different forms of sentences. Since childhood you might be studying about statement sentence, question sentence, surprise sentence. So now let us learn the real names or the exact types of sentences. The first one, which you might have been learning as statement sentences. Statement sentences means sentences which states something, which tells something. Okay, this is my name, I am a teacher, you are a student. Okay, tells something, states something. Such sentences are called assertive or declarative sentence. I repeat, statement sentences are called assertive or declarative sentences. Okay, now this assertive and declarative sentences can be affirmative and negative. Means affirmative means there are no negative words in that, and negative means there are negative words in that. Okay, I am a teacher, affirmative sentence, declarative or assertive. I am not a student, negative sentence, declarative or assertive. Are you clear with this students? So this is the first type of sentence, that is declarative or assertive. That is a statement sentence. It can be affirmative as well as negative sentence. Okay, let us go to the next type of sentence. Interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence means question sentence, that you have been learning as question sentence. They are known as interrogative sentences. Okay, now interrogative sentences, if you go to see, there are again two types. Interrogative sentences which starts with interrogative words. Interrogative sentences which starts with interrogative words. Interrogative words are what, where, when, why, who, how much, how many, whom, whose, which. All these are interrogative words. So there are one type of interrogative sentence which starts with the interrogative words. Okay, then there is another type of interrogative sentence, that is which starts with modal auxiliaries or supportive verbs. Okay, that is am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had, do, does, did, shall, will. Okay, these are interrogative words which starts with supportive verbs or modal auxiliaries. Okay, now the difference between these is, if a interrogative sentence starts with supportive verbs, okay, or modal auxiliaries, the answer would be yes or no. The answer would be always yes or no. Are you a student? Yes, I am. Is he comfortable? No, he is not. Okay. Did he come to the party? Yes, he came to the party. So if the sentences, interrogative sentences, start with supportive verbs or modal auxiliaries, the answers would be yes or no, and the supportive sentence, that's all. Okay, but in the other when the interrogative sentence starts with the interrogative word, there are separate many different answer possibilities to those interrogative sentences. Okay students, now let us go to the next type of sentence, that is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence have three types of sentences. It can be an order, it can be a request, or it can be a advice. I repeat, imperative sentences can be a order, can be a request, or can be a advice. Okay, now the other thing that important thing we need to know is, in imperative sentences we never use a subject. Okay, for example, if I am telling I am a teacher, so in that the subject is I, but in imperative sentences there won't be any subject. Actually there is a subject, but it is not mentioned. Always in all the imperative sentences the subject is you, because if we are giving an order, if we are requesting something, or if we are giving an advice, it would be to someone who is listening to us. तो हम उसको you करके ही address करेंगे. Okay, is somebody, if you are listening to me and I want to give you a advice, so I would address you as you only. So in all the imperative sentences, the subject will be always you, but we don't write that, we don't mention that. Without, we can mention that, but without mentioning we can write imperative sentences. For example, if I am giving an order to somebody, bring the book. So actually what I am telling, you bring the book, but I don't mention you, isn't it? Suppose if I am giving an advice to somebody, okay, so what should I tell? Don't talk loudly. Actually what do I say? You don't talk loudly, but I need not write you. Without that also, don't talk loudly. Without that also I can give a advice, an imperative sentence. So in this way, imperative sentence, which is an order, which is a request, or it is an advice, the subject is always you, but we need not mention it. Okay students, then the last type of sentence is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences are sentences which show a quick surprise, which show a very quick surprise. Suddenly something comes and we see and we are surprised by something. So sentences that show a surprise to us. Okay, it can be any type of surprise, good, bad, but a sentence that comes out of surprise, and it ends with an exclamatory mark. Okay, so they are called exclamatory sentences. For example, you see a tall building. So what do you say? What a tall building this is. Surprise. We suppose you see that some child is very brilliant. So how do you say how brilliant the child is? Isn't it surprise? We are surprised by the brilliance. So whenever we are willing to say something out of a surprise, we use exclamatory sentences. Okay students, so that is the fourth type of sentence, that is exclamatory sentences. So here we have discussed about four type of sentences. First is statement sentence, which you earlier used to say statement sentence, but now we will term it as declarative or assertive sentence. The next one, question sentence, it is interrogative sentence. The next is order, request or advice, they are imperative sentence. The last one is sentences of surprise sentences, so they are called exclamatory sentences. Okay students, I hope you have understood what I have tried to explain and you are clear with that. If there are any doubts, please ask me. Just you need to put a message or a voice note, or you can call me and I'll happy to clear your doubts. Okay, bye, take care.